rock. Okay, all right. So if you were here with us, if you was here with us for that very beginning, I'm not sure if that went live or not, but I definitely said shit right before it started. Here's what happened. I think I cut in a little bit early, real quick. I'm not sure if it went live.
He was ready to go.
Yeah, I was just ready to roll.
Get it started.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on, we ain't ready yet.
He was ready.
We still got like 30 seconds left. But it is what it is, y'all. We're gonna have a cool little show tonight. We're super amped up to have y'all with us tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Check this out. What's super cool is we got what he likes to call himself B Breeze, okay?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That's what he calls himself.
Okay.
He is the conspiracy theorist, right?
He's the B Breeze's theorist.
Ooh. See, your shit is coming out. Be breeziest theorist.
The breeziest.
The be breeziest theorist. Okay, he's here.
World.
Hey, look, he came in. He's in the building. He was like, came in looking like he was stepped out of a Hollywood film.
He definitely was like walking right out the club.
Total 100% Scorpio. And if we didn't know, we damn sure know now.
I wasn't mad at him.
I ain't mad at him.
I wasn't mad at him.
He was just happy you was a Scorpio too, apparently.
Right.
So
we might have had a little Scorpio connection.
A little Scorpio connect. Hey, check it out real quick. As if you didn't know, if you've been following us for quite a while, you're sitting here with your boy, Griffy Griff. You're sitting here with the beautiful Miss Wendy Win. Holler at them and tell them what they watching.
And you are watching the Weekly Call.
You know that. Now, Wendy says she loves that tune. Didn't you say that? That's your
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it is what it is. That's our intro. For those of you who don't know what that intro is, that's because you ain't been fooling with us here at the Weekly. And if you ain't been fooling with us at the Weekly,
you're missing out.
Missing out on some serious entertainment news. Y'all know what it is out here in these streets. Check this out. Hey, I'm going to switch this over real quick. We have our new down at the bottom of the screen. Check that out. Our brand new little banner with our scroller across with the logo right there in the center. Here's the deal.
There's no excuses.
There's no excuses. Okay. We are totally every single week we are trying to upgrade the show. Every single week we upgrade what we got.
You know what? And I feel so good about it, man. Every week I'm just like, I'm amazed.
Come on, man. Every week we gotta add a little something different.
Man.
Wendy knows one thing. Wendy knows that every time she's seen me since we've gotten together doing this thing, right?
Yes.
That
seriously.
is always something a little bit different every time I'm working.
Surprised every time.
Every time. I'm like, hey man, what can I do to impress Wendy this week? Right? So even if it just comes to, like I was at 60-watt light bulb, now I'm at 100-watt. Right? Now we're at 100-watt.
Listen.
Right? So if it's going to make Wendy feel better and look better, because what did you tell me? You said, I just need a little bit more, like a little bit more light. And so I'm like, hey, look.
Did I say that?
Yeah, so let's step up from 65s to 100s. Check this out. Next week, we're stepping up to 150s. You know what I'm saying? Okay? We're getting brighter than the sun in this thing.
If y'all see me sweating, y'all see some little sweat droplets, then y'all know what's up. It's Chris' fault.
You already nizzo.
I'm hot.
You already nizzo. Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Hold tight. We are in the red. We're in the red. Hold tight. We in the red. Now we're back.
What does that mean?
I don't look. So we might be having some dropouts. Hey guys, listen. If we're having some dropouts tonight, it's not our fault. It's a YouTube thing. Just want you to know we can see it over here on our screen.
YouTube, don't be hating now.
YouTube, because we ain't even got to the good stuff yet. We ain't got to the good stuff yet.
Okay.
So we are experiencing some dropouts, guys. It is not us. It is definitely a YouTube issue. We are strongly connected right here in the building. So it's definitely a little, and we can notice it because right here in front of us, behind the camera, guys. Yeah, right here behind the camera, we can see if it's green. If it's green, that means we're live with you guys. If it's Jell-O, that means it's kind of timed out. So we just want you guys to know that if it times out, it's not us.
Yeah.
We're strongly connected here at the weekly call, all connected and plugged in. Man, I'm going to tell you what, I'm just excited to get started because I got to rip the wall back on this one right here. I'm ripping the wall back on Azriel Clary. Let me explain to you why. Because, boy, things have started to get wild.
They're heating up.
It's heating up in R. Kelly's world, and Azriel
in time for summer.
Just in time for summer. And Azriel was like his only chance for hope, because I don't believe that Joycelyn was really as strong-minded and as strong-willed as Azriel. So when he lost Azriel, he got like,
it hit the fan.
Oh, it hit the fan, but you don't even know how much. And
Azriel was down, man. She was down.
Azriel, that was his main girl. That was his main girl.
Yeah, she played her part.
She played her part. Well, let's talk a little bit about this. R. Kelly's trial may have been rescheduled until October, but his former girlfriend, Azriel Clary, is still moving full steam ahead with her plans to reveal all of the sordid details of their relationship via an upcoming tell-all documentary. Oh, man.
You knew it was coming.
Oh, we knew it was coming. And
man, they all come out with a tell-all.
But it ain't pretty. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Now, for those of you who may not remember who Azriel Clary was, let's see if this sparks your memory. Check it out.
My dad and my mom, they started to send threats to both me and him. They said, I'll put all your naked pictures all over the world. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin him. If he doesn't send $20,000 to this bank account by Monday, I'm going to put everything out there and then $10,000 after that. You're trying to solicit me like I'm some hoe. I'm not. I'm your child. Exactly.
Yeah, you sound very angry with your parents. You sound very angry and very pained. Tell me, Azriel, why you're crying. Tell me.
I'm crying because you guys don't know the truth. You guys are believing some facade that our parents are saying. This is all lies for money. And if you can't see that, you're ignorant and you're stupid as because you want to be.
Well, I saw Azriel. Now that was, let's keep this in mind, that was less than about 3 or 4 months back. I mean, I'm quite sure quite a few of you remember. Now, just in the saga of this whole thing, this was when R. Kelly stood up.
Man.
Y'all playing with my life. Remember that?
How could I forget?
Right, y'all playing with my life. Right? Okay, it was that kind of thing. I can't do it the way Kels did, but Kels killed it.
But you know Gail was like this.
Okay, let's do it. Here you be Gail.
Gail was so calm.
Here we go. Okay. Y'all playing with my life out here.
Is you done or you finished?
Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. All right. That's what the man said. All right, so check it out. Is you done? Is you finished? Let's roll. Well, you know what? We can bring that back too, because I mean that was worth talking about. That's one of the things that you can talk about for the next 6 years. You understand what I'm saying? So check it out, y'all. That's when Azriel was riding real hard for young Kels. I mean, she was riding for him, ride or die. So but check this out. On Thursday, oh God, a clip was released from a new documentary called Precedence. In the teaser, produced by ASLS Entertainment Network, a somber Clary is seen talking to someone on a speakerphone as she hesitantly admitted to the caller a time when Kelly allegedly forced her to eat her own fecal matter on camera.
Oh my God. I can't even handle the thought. Oh my God.
Now wait a minute, guys. So check this out, y'all. Here is the trailer from that documentary, Precedence. Now I want you guys to also please be advised that this content is a little bit disturbing. Check it out, y'all.
Young ring get killed.
Yes. He has a video of me. He made me do this video, actually, of me doing a number 2 in a cup and then eating it out of the cup. It's It's done. It's over. It's over. You may not even make it to trial. I'm so sorry for you. I'm sorry. I really did love you. And you lied to me, and you used me, and you plagued me.
Precedents.
All right, y'all. So that's the new documentary, y'all.
We need a moment of silence.
Yeah, that's the new documentary. Things are starting to heat up in the Kelly camp.
Wow.
Like I said, when he lost Azriel, I think he knew at that point, like, hey man, because see, Azriel, this is the one thing I think I heard Tasha K talking about this at one point, is that what Azriel always had was access to those tapes, and so they're going to be bringing a lot of those tapes to trial, and she was the one who knew what was on the majority of those tapes. And so that's why she was just saying, like, hey, you may not even make it to...
Yikes.
So it's all bad. However, what's been going on with Azriel since, while the world awaits for the new documentary? Well, how about a new music video? I mean, why not? You know, if we doing everything, why not a music video? I mean, Azriel pays respect to Megan Thee Stallion with her cover, Bitch. Do me a favor, y'all. Yeah, no. That's what Megan's got the song, Bitch. Check it out, y'all.
Genius. I'ma show you how to leave a nigga real savage. If you fucking with another bitch, I already know she gotta be average. Playing bitches, you still really trying to use people as leverage. Your fans got one more time to try me, then a bitch raising havoc. Them games you running on them, I'm running on you. Now I'm lavish. You wish you was eating this ass instead of your words, that's the saddest. You know I'm wifey, said I'm spicy, and you know I'm feisty. I ain't keeping secrets for a bitch, a nigga that don't like me. You really hurt, you sitting there with something you don't even love. And if you was here, don't test me, cause you still would be a dub. I need something you lacking, and it's been that way for a minute. Now watch me run it up, see I don't bubble, watch me pivot.
Come on, baby. Come on now. Hey, she...
Azriel, like, we got bars.
Say it again. Bars.
For days.
One more. Bars,
baby.
She was. I mean, she was killing it. It was funny. It was funny. It was a lot of like video. I mean, a lot of like comments, and everybody was like, "Damn, you." What was you gonna say?
She can flow. But the thing is, man, when you turn a good girl bad. Woo. Man, R. Kelly really turned her into a monster, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you this though. I will say this, and I know I was looking at a lot of other like bloggers and YouTubers and podcasters that a lot of them think that Azriel now is just in it for the hype and for the money. You know, she's in it trying to make a name for herself.
Yeah.
And there may be some truth to that to a degree, but me personally, I'm kind of happy she was able to break away from the chaos.
Yeah. I am too. I mean, I think this is her like kind of therapy.
Right.
You know? So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, come on, y'all. I got to rip this wall back again. Swap out. That's your girl. That is your girl. Lizzie, Izzy, my Nizzy for Shizzy. Lizzo, looking like a little baby, looking like a little pudgy baby right there. That's my girl, y'all. Check this out.
Somebody looked at a picture of her and they said, "Man, that is self-love."
Self-love.
You know, you can just see it.
Okay. I
agree.
I love her.
Lizzo,
I think Lizzie is doing a thing, but unfortunately, TikTok didn't think the same thing about old Lizzo. Let me explain to you what I'm talking about. Early last week, Lizzo called out the viral dancing app TikTok, for removing a swimsuit video of herself. Now wait a minute, here it is. Check it out. Throughout her career, Lizzo has continued to face inequality due to her size. However, she has fought back public criticism and overly dominated the year by winning big at award shows like the Grammys, the NAACP Awards, and the BET Awards. In a video uploaded to TikTok, "The Truth Hurts" Okay, the performer can be seen, performer being Lizzo, can be seen lip syncing to a background vocal while words appear on the screen like TikTok keeps taking down my videos with me in my bathing suits, but allow other videos and girls with bathing suits. I wonder why. That's the kind of stuff she said. Hey, you know what? A lot of people have seen that video on TikTok, but I don't think a lot of people have seen the actual video or the videos. You haven't seen it? Okay, well, guess what? When you at the weekly call, you gonna see it, baby. Let's check it out.
A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. 8-inch bagel, that's the pipe. Bad bitch, I'ma ride a dick all night. A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. 8-inch bagel, that's the pipe. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. New wrist, new whip, ride around dipped. I can see why all these basic hoes pissed. Bust down wrist, not a bust down bitch. Said I want your man, no the fuck I don't sis. See a rich nigga, why he still hitting licks? Nigga spinning bread, but he still can't hit. Bitch, please. Lamborghini keys, pussy dripping ice, he get flown out to me. Bitch, please. I want a man with the bees, pussy from the bag, going dumb on a D.
See on my lips, take a little sip, privacy on the door, I'ma make this shit grip.
A rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type.
I don't care what nobody say. I fooled
Lizzie was
Lizzo
getting it in
all day.
Lizzie was getting it in. It is what it is. She was getting it in.
They better stop messing with Lizzo.
I mean, it is what it
I
is.
love her confidence.
Lizzie was doing her
Baby,
thing.
keep it coming. And like I said before, Lizzo, you need to come out with your own line of clothing, okay? For the girls your size.
Okay.
And rep.
And do a thing.
And make that shmoney,
I ain't
baby.
mad at you. I ain't
Know what
mad
I'm
at you.
saying?
Well, check this out. In a statement to page 6, a spokesperson from TikTok said the platform had since contacted Lizzo's team and assured them that the removal of the now restored video had nothing to do with her body type. The rep also included that at first glance, the video did not seem to meet the guidelines on the app. However, after review and a call out from Lizzo, the video was restored. So it is what it is. Lizzo,
I'm
good.
glad it's back.
Shout out for standing up for yourself, Lizzie Liz.
Right.
You know what it is, what it is. Hold on, did you pick
That's
that
what's
little
up,
rhyme? We talking about it as real. I got bars. I got bars. Shout out Lizzie Liz. It is what it is. That's what I said. Huh? You in the biz, busy biz. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, y'all. I got to do something real quick, man. I got to go ahead and rip that wall back again. Y'all already know who it is. There it is. There it is. Boom!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gotta rip that wall back on young Nick and her new husband. Check it out, Nikki's husband is currently in the news for charges that date back to when he was 15 years old. Now, wait a minute. I don't know how old this man is.
He far from 15.
He might have two 15-year-old daughters. Check it out. Let me read that again because some of y'all might have missed that. Nikki's husband is currently in the news for charges that date back to when he was 15 years old. Here's a clip of Nikki and her husband spending some romantic time together. Here's real cool. You know, we don't really see them a lot together. And I thought that this was really cool. I was like, let me grab this. So check this out, guys. Here we go.
I don't know what you're talking about. At this moment, I'm loving it. I don't care about nothing else you're talking about.
You want to come up with a video?
Just a little QT. Just a little QT between Nicki and her man, but hold tight before we get excited. Nicki Minaj's husband is officially on the sex offenders radar in California.
Whoa.
Okay, now once again, in that pool, it looked like everything was all
Wait a
good.
minute, from 15 years old.
From 15 years old. Here, let me explain. And but let me explain this to you. Kenneth Zoo Petty was arrested last week after failing to register as a sex offender in California, where he now lives, okay? See, in 1995, Kenneth was convicted of attempted first-degree rape in New York. See? All right.
Oh, wow.
When he moved to California last summer, he was required by law to register as a sex offender, which he failed to do. Kenneth's rapper wife, Nicki, defended her man in December 2018 after reports of his checkered past. After reports of his checkered past making headlines. He was 15, she was 16. This is what Nicki said. He was 15. I wish I could do it in my Nicki voice. He was 15, she was 16.
I thought you trying to cue me in on that.
No. I just try to talk about Nicki voice. But check out what Nicki said. I'm just speaking about. He was 15, she was 16. In a relationship, she tweeted at the time, referring to his sexual assault conviction. But go off internet. Y'all can't run my life. Hell, y'all can't even run y'all own lives. Okay, so
talk your stuff, Nicki.
Nicki said you can't run it or ruin it. You can't ruin my life or run my life. Hell, you can't ruin or run your own. So there it is. That's what's going on in this news. Nicki and her new husband.
The new boo-boo.
The new boo-boo, according to the press here, had a little boo-boo back in 1995 with his boo-boo. So anyway, and apparently Nicki has known him for a long time. I mean, he kind of came out of the blue to me. I just didn't know where he came from, but they are, I think, are childhood friends.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So, which I think is super duper cool. I think it's super cool. So, it is what it is. I mean, shout out to Nicki and her man. I wish him the best. And just because if the man has to report as a sex offender, it is what it is. I mean, he's got a good woman now, and you know, I mean, all she loves him. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah,
I don't care anything about.
Sounds like it's pretty old. So.
Well, listen, I know everybody is calling themselves baby, baby face.
Man, it is a lot of babies out there.
Baby, put some respect on my name, okay? Huh? And how about your boy here? Rip the wall back to the baby. Okay, let's talk about the baby, because there's a lot of babies, but this is the baby. Go ahead and talk about the baby.
He the one.
He's the only one.
Okay, so the baby slaps a female fan.
Woo! Stop.
Okay. Hey, he always talking about he will smack the shit out.
And he did it.
Okay, and it's
a man that lives up to his word.
Yeah, he about that life. Okay.
We dropped frame.
All right.
We dropped frame again. See, I saw that.
Drop frame. Drop what?
We have dropped. I think we have froze. Look, see.
We frozen?
I think we are. Now we're back. We're back. Okay.
So we're back with the baby.
We back with the baby. I don't know what's going on with YouTube tonight, but we're gonna keep on pushing through, y'all.
So as I was saying, the baby slapped a female fan.
Woo.
Woo-wee. He seems to be involved in quite a bit of drama these days. In general. A lot of fights. He actually killed someone at a local Walmart. I don't know where this was, but he was acquitted of those charges. Apparently it was some self-defense. And then recently I heard about him, I think, having a tussle with a hotel employee.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah, so just he's
Yeah, he's got to chill out, man, because I'll tell you something. I like him. I really like him.
I like him and I love his music.
I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, I can look at him and tell he's kind of got like a little violent streak. Like, you can look at him and tell he's not like this dude might slap the shit out of him.
He said he would.
He said he would.
Okay.
But I think when you get to a certain level in your career,
man, you got to chill out.
You just got to chill. Dude, you got bodyguards. Let them handle all that stuff.
I mean, and then you don't want those lawsuits. You don't want, you know what I mean? The money you going to have to give up.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Out here slapping the shit out of people.
Should we show the slap, or you got a little something you want to talk about before the slap?
But what I did want to say, before you show that, some of his fans are defending him before you guys see this video, because it looked a little unclear to me, but some people were saying that this girl actually hit him with her phone first. So they're like, hey, you hit somebody, you're gonna get hit back. And then we got other people who are just totally outraged.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Me personally, I feel like you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
So fans grabbing you, pushing you, touching you inappropriately, to me, it's kind of part of the game.
Yeah.
As a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
So, and I understand, you might kind of push somebody off of you, but to full out open hand slap.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's necessary.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're a celebrity.
Agree.
And there's all kind of other celebrities who are going through the same thing, every day. Especially these huge names,
Absolutely.
When you think about like a Michael Jackson or somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beyonce and whoever. I just feel like it's just a better way to handle it. He might have a little bit to grow on right there.
Agree.
You know what I mean?
Totally agree.
Yeah, but let's play that video.
Let's look at that, man. It's real quick because it happened like so fast. Check it out, y'all. Happened quick, man. I mean, it was quick, fast, and I heard pop up.
Could you guys really see it? He was in the red, moving along.
Yeah, moving along.
And then
Yeah. If I don't know how many of you know exactly the extent of what happened, but I think he did talk a little bit about it in his apology, because he did apologize.
Yeah.
It's funny because I watched the apology. I'm sort of like, this is what he said, and we'll play it. We got it. But he said, like, it was sort of like, was it an apology or was it not?
Was it a Snoop Dogg apology?
Yeah. Don't do that. I felt like it was. The first Snoop Dogg. I kind of felt like it wasn't really an apology. Because it was sort of like he acknowledged it, but he was like, but then he was sort of like, but I was like, I would do it again. I'm sorry that it was a woman on the side of on the other side of the phone. However, it could have been a man or a woman. I'm sort of like,
and that's what I heard.
Anybody
he thought it was a man. I mean, and I know these celebrities get frustrated and get upset.
Yeah, of course. You want to watch this apology?
So I want to see this apology.
Let's check this apology out, y'all.
Let me be the judge.
I do sincerely apologize. I do. I'm very sorry that there was a female on the other end of that flashlight on that phone. But keep in mind, I couldn't see you because you got the flash this close to me, which is okay. It's no problem. A lot of people did. They didn't put it as close as you put it, but a lot of people had flash on me, and that's okay. That's what I signed up for. That's the risk I take when coming to, put on the show for my fans. It's dangerous. I'm blindsided. Cool. Fuck it. I'm with it. But out of all them fans, how many people knew how to zoom in? Just zoom in instead of popping me in my motherfucking eye with the phone. So I do apologize. There was a female on the other end, but male, I think by this time, it's a well-known fact that, like, male or female, I would have responded the same exact way. You know what I mean? Of course, I had security with me at the club. They had their security and shit. But with me, like, I make security treat fans with respect. I don't like all that rah-rah shit that coming through. Move, watch out, knocking people off balance. Nah, you people paid to be here. We got to respect them when we move through. You know what I mean? I just wish you would have gave me the same respect in return. You did not give me the same respect in return, baby. All you had to do was zoom in. Just zoom in. Ain't that easy. You can zoom in close enough to see a pimple on my face. You ain't do that. And I already can't see you. Then you, come on, baby. Why you do that?
Was that a sincere apology?
I don't know. I guess you guys be the judge. You know what? I sort of feel like maybe from him it was. I mean, everybody apologizes a little bit different. I just feel like, hey, a simple, hey, look, my bad, I apologize. Please don't press no charges.
Would have been sufficient.
Let me, whatever hospital bills I got to pay for, I'll take care of that.
And I do hear she's lawyered up.
Well, she's lawyered up, I heard. And why wouldn't she?
Yeah, lawyered up.
For a couple of reasons. One, because it probably hurt like hell. Two,
I mean, he's like
if I can grab a couple $dollars out of this guy, why not? So,
man.
So it was, I don't know how I feel for real about that apology. But hey, everybody apologizes different. And it's not for me to judge.
Right.
Anybody.
No judgment this way.
And no judgment this way.
You guys be the judge.
You guys be the judge of that. You ready to rip that wall back? Well, rip it on back. We ain't rip that ball. Rip it back.
Let her rip.
Let her rip. Bam. Because this is our girl. Maggie
Magazine. All right.
Maggie Magazine.
Look.
Do your thing.
Okay, so.
Follow that. Do that. Do your thing.
Do that right there.
There you go. Right there. Do your thing. There it is.
Hey.
Magazine. Do your magazine.
So recently, I kept seeing this hashtag Free Megan Thee Stallion. So I was like, what are they talking about? Did she go to jail? That was the first thing I thought. Like, I see free anybody. Yeah. I'm like, man, they done something done went down that I ain't hear about.
T-shirts and all, yeah.
So anyway, that was my first thought. Anyway, so Megan recently took to social media expressing her concern about her current contract with her label 1501. She recently signed with Rock Nation apparently back in September, which is a little bit of drama with that also. Right. And shout out to Meg though for making them big moves, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Rocking Houston.
Out here in these streets.
Repping Houston. Rocking and repping Houston.
So apparently some of the people from Rock Nation may have pointed out some things in her contract that were, somewhat sketchy to them. And Megan, she followed up with her label 1501.
Okay.
So long story short, Megan had a conversation with the people over at 1501 about renegotiating the contract.
Okay.
That did not go so well, apparently. In Megan's words, that's when things went left. And they ultimately stopped Megan from coming out with any new music.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So Megan lawyered up. Okay. I actually hear that Megan left the label without speaking to management there. So they weren't too happy about that anyway. Yeah. So I don't think they were too open to her renegotiating anything because they feel like they hadn't got a return on their investment into her. I don't know all the details of her contract, but I did hear that she was supposed to at least make 4 albums with them.
Okay.
And I think what she's come out with so far have been mixtapes and EPs. So yeah, so they weren't really trying to hear her out too much about that.
Right.
I did listen to a couple interviews with the owners of the label, Jay Prince and Carl Crawford. They're standing firm because they feel like they made a huge investment in her, and like I said, they didn't receive proper return on that investment.
Sure.
And they believe she still owes them what they feel like she owes them. So apparently now she has her music has come out. So I don't know what all went on. She couldn't talk a whole lot about it because I think there's some legal restraints on her. But her music is out right now. I think the album is called Sugar. Or Sugar.
Sugar.
And it's another EP, I think, with 9 songs on there. So she was somehow able to kind of finagle things and get her music out. But she wasn't feeling that situation too much. And so
it's funny, and we're gonna here's what we're getting ready to do, guys. We're gonna take you guys, it's about an 11-minute video, so Megan can kind of explain it in her own words, for those of you who haven't seen it. Then after that video, we're going to go straight to commercial, and we're going to come back with Will. But before we go to that video, in this video, Megan talked a little bit about being signed to an independent record label. And I want to kind of break this down because I've been in the music business pretty much all my life. And there were people who were commenting in that on the post that she had made saying, well, wait a minute, I don't get it. I'm a little confused. I thought you keep saying you're independent, right, but I thought if you were independent, then you weren't signed to a label.
Right.
And I think it was sort of the way Megan was wording it. Megan was saying, well, I'm signed to an independent label, which means I'm independent. And that's not at all what that means. Let me try to break this down just real briefly for you. Back in the day, there used to be 3 types of labels. One was what was considered a major, one was a mini major, and one was independent. Okay. Right. And if you were signed with an independent label, it did not mean that you were independent. Independent, if you want to be independent, you got to be signed to your own platform or signed to nobody at all. Okay. But to be signed to an independent label is sort of this. Here's what happens, and I'm going to use these 3 companies. BMG, Arista Records, and LaFace Records. BMG at the time was considered one of the big 6. It's now down to the big 3. I think it's Sony, Universal, EMI was hanging in there. They shut EMI, is gone now, it was bought out. So it's Sony, Universal, I forget the other one. But back in the day, there was the big 6. 3 of them have survived the big boom that's happened, the big depression of the music industry, with all these 360 deals and all this crazy stuff. So what has always sustained at the very top have been the big 6, the big 6. And the way it works is the big 6 dominated the entire music industry. Every label was under the umbrella of one of the big 6. And the big 6 were the major labels. If you were under the major labels, you were considered a mini major label, or you were considered a independent label. So here's the way it worked. BMG at the time was one of the big 6. BMG housed multiple labels under it, just like if it was like a tree. It housed multiple labels, and one of those labels was Arista Records, which was considered a mini major to the major. LaFace Records, which was Babyface and L.A. Reid, was a subsidiary company to Arista. So the way it worked was this. The parent company to Arista was BMG. The parent company to LaFace was Arista. Okay? And if Tony Braxton or Usher or TLC or Boyz II Men, Outkast, all of these artists that were signed with LaFace, does not mean that they're independent artists. They're just signed to an independent record label. And the label still has the authority to release the content when they feel it's appropriate to release. Right. You're not going to release Tony Braxton's new album at the same time you're releasing TLC's new album. Because now what you've got going on is you got a battle between 2 artists on the same label. Right. So they have to, they're still in control, and that stuff is in your contract. That's not like, oh, well, I didn't know this. So I'm quite sure Megan had to have known some of this, but probably didn't understand. And what happens to most artists, they just get so excited to get the deal that they kind of just like, oh, whatever, let's just do the deal and let's get the music out there. And that's not the way it works. So there had to have been a reason that the label felt that the timing was inappropriate to release the music. And I do understand Megan, because Megan, who I've known since well before she got the deal, I'm talking about knowing her back when all she had was 3 songs on YouTube, and they sat on her YouTube channel for almost 2.5 years with her not doing much of anything. She was doing a little social
from the bottom now.
Well, she was doing a lot of social media stuff, and she was just like making little small posts of her rapping. And so I've always loved Megan. I think Megan is great, but I just wanted to kind of clear some of that stuff up to you guys very quickly prior to you watching this video, so you wouldn't be as confused as a lot of the people were. So we're going to do this video, then we're going to come back with crazy B Breeze. I mean, he's in the building. Y'all get ready to see why we call him crazy. I mean, the dude is the coolest dude in the world, but he's definitely crazy. What are we going to say? You'll say
well, I was just thinking back to the Megan thing. Yeah. I don't know. Is Rock Nation planning to buy her out of her contract?
You know what?
Since she has signed with them now?
I haven't looked enough into that whole entire story. But it doesn't matter who she signs with. She's got to remember that the label, let me give you guys this real quick. All a record label is a bank for the artist. That's it. That's all it is. Record labels have never made a lot of money. Here's what happened. This is the way record labels work. We have to remember a record company only made money from record sales. When the rise of the internet kicked in and all of this stuff started happening online and people started releasing their own music through different platforms online, record labels took a big hit. Now you got to remember, record labels never made a whole lot of money unless they were in on the publishing side of the music industry.
I always hear that.
Okay? People are not going to retail stores anymore buying records. People are just downloading content online.
Right.
You can get it free. So record labels took a big hit. And what they started doing was, once those record labels started taking big hits, they created these structures known as 360 deals.
Yeah.
And here was the deal. If I'm the record label, then I'm going to create a 360 deal too. If I'm an artist, I'm like, no, I don't want to take that deal.
Right.
And what a 360 deal was just saying, hey, we're going to have our hand in on your merchandising. We're going to have our hand in on your touring, things like that. Now, if I'm the artist, I'm like, no, I'm not signing that deal. Depending on what type of an artist I am, because Cardi B does have a 360 deal, okay? So she doesn't have the greatest deal, but you got to remember when Cardi signed that deal, she wasn't as big as she is now. So for Cardi, it was just a matter of trying to get into the game.
Yeah.
If you're an already established artist like Cardi is now, she wouldn't sign a 360 deal.
Yeah.
Wouldn't make any sense for her to do it.
Yeah.
But what happened is that the 360 deals came in, and a lot of artists are like, oh no, heck no, those deals are scalp. But if I'm the record label, I'm like, well, how am I going to make any money? Because here's the deal. The record label is like the bank to the artist. I'm the artist. I've got this talent. I don't have any money, enough money to be independent. See, that's the thing. Most artists are starving artists. They don't have enough money to be independent. So here's the deal. Yeah. What do they want to do? They go try to get a record deal. And what does the record label do for them? The record label provides them money. It goes back to what you were just talking about. They invest in them.
Yeah.
So like you said, they were saying, hey, we haven't gotten our ROI back yet.
Right.
Everything is we want our ROI, because the music industry, and please let's not get this twisted, the music industry is a labor of love. That's what it is. And if you can just so happen be able to jump on that golden cloud and make a ton of money, great. But it is a labor of love. Most people will never make any money in the music industry. There are a lot of people in the entertainment industry, period, that don't make a lot of money. So my thing is that we gotta understand that I know you guys, there are a lot of you out there who think that these major deals have always been bad because we listen to people like Prince, who felt like he was a slave to Atlantic Records all those years. We listen to like Michael Jackson with the Tommy Mottola situation at Sony. There are
TLC.
TLC.
I mean, there's been so many.
Mace with Bad Boy.
Yeah.
So yes, there are a lot of corrupt deals out there, bad deals out there, but there are also a lot of great deals out there. It's the music industry, guys, and that's all it is to it. So look, I'm gonna shut up. Let's talk a little bit about Megan. Let's let Megan talk to you guys so she can explain it from her side, and we'll be back with B Breeze. Anything else you want to say, Pretty? Nothing? You good? Okay.
Cool.
Be right back, Megan. Y'all. Be right back.
It has been a lot of fuckery going on that I don't like. And I just feel like I need to say something. And y'all know I don't like putting people in my business. But this just really, it's going to affect all of us. I'm for real. So, as y'all may know, or as y'all may not know, I am signed to an independent label. Okay? Independent. That means it ain't no major label. That means that the shit that y'all be seeing me doing is happening because I am an independent bitch that do independent shit. I wake up and I say, hey, I want to do this today. Hey, I want to do this today. Hey, I want to drop this today. And usually, I can do that. So all these them covers and them motherfucking charts and all that shit, that ain't cause I had no help. That ain't from no push. That ain't from no money. All that radio, I be doing all the performances I'm supposed to do. I be motherfucking doing everything that I do. Cause I want to do it. Cause I'm independent. I signed to an independent label. Okay? So I just want y'all to keep up with that. Keep up with that. Independent. Nobody helping. The label, the first label that I'm signed to, both my labels is independent labels. Y'all on there? Y'all with me? Independent. Ain't nothing. All that big label shit, all that shit you see them artists doing, I'm right there rolling with them. But I'm on an independent label. But I got all the freedom to do what I be wanting to do. Alright? Now let's talk about where it started going wrong. No, Rock Nation is my management. I'm not signed to Rock Nation as a label. So, I'll just one more time because I see some new people asking new questions. I'm signed to 2 independent labels. And I do what I want to do. They following the Megan Thee Stallion train. Me and my mama built that shit from the ground up. I was doing ciphers. This earring just don't want to be on. I was doing ciphers. I was freestyling in front of the car, in front of my house. I was rapping in front of anybody who was going to listen to me rap. Okay? I was just rapping because I like to rap. Rapping because I want to rap. That's what I like to do. I ain't wake up one day and be like, I'm a rapper. No, I've been rapping for a long time. Been wanting to be a rapper. This is my passion. I feel very strongly about it. So, me and my mama used to answer all my emails. My mama was my manager. My mama was my rock. My mama was everything. It was just me and my mama rolling around this hoe, doing Megan Thee Stallion shit. So then, we met Theorist. And Theorist was like, okay, I have this label, and I really want you to sign to it. It's an independent label we just starting up. Me and my mama love Theorist. Boom. Signed to 1501. Signed to 1501. Now, 1501 had a bunch of artists. A bunch of niggas on the label. What? 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 Come here! What?
Is that too crazy?
Baby, I can't even see that through that window.
Didn't know I should. Sorry, y'all.
Girl, what's that for? Girl, gone off. So anyway.
Okay, so what I'll do is
Get out! Get out! Get out! What's that? No, cause what?
We're talking.
Dang! Oh, he want to be all in my combo. So, anyways, so boom, signed 1501. 1501, very new. 1501 got niggas on the label already. They been had that. But when I got on the label, now I'm a part of the label. So they didn't have nobody that was really like, on a large scale yet. So my mama was managing me. We was doing our own thing. We was doing our own thing. So I started getting more popping. And then I signed with 300. That's another independent label. Okay? It's my second independent label. So when I signed with 300, everybody's still a big happy family. Everybody happy. Everybody good. Oh shit, what they said about my mama? Y'all asking dumb shit under here. So anyways, so it's really cold in New York. But anyway, so I signed with 300 because even though 300 is a independent label, it's still a bigger label. Like in my head, it's like, okay, they're gonna be able to put my music in more places. Like, because I would still upload shit like CD Baby, even when I was on 1501. So, I mean, I'm still on 1501. But even when I first started on 1501, I was still putting shit out through like little bitty ass distributors. So, when I got with 300, it just happened to go to like a bigger scale. So, point blank period, now, on this day, I want to tell y'all that 1501 trying to tell me I can't put out no music. Don't want me to put out no music, and I've been seeing a lot of little shit on the internet. Motherfuckers be talking shit, and it's real crazy because all I did was ask to renegotiate my contract. Then it became a big old thing. When I signed, I didn't really know what was in my contract. I was young. I think I was like 20. And I didn't know everything that was in that contract. So when I got with Rock Nation, I got management, real management. I got real lawyers. And they was like, do you know that this is in your contract? And I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. No, I didn't know. So I'm not mad at 1501. I wasn't upset because I'm thinking in my head, oh, well, everybody cool. We all family. It's cool. It's nice. Let me just ask them niggas to renegotiate my contract. Soon as I said I want to renegotiate my contract, everything went left. Like, it just all went bad. It all went left. So now they telling the bitch that she can't drop no music. It's really just like a greedy game. Like, it's really just real greedy. Wasn't trying to lead a label. Wasn't trying to not give nobody money that they feel like they entitled to. I just want to renegotiate some shit. I'm not a greedy person. I'm not a person that like confrontation. I'm not a person that's a bitch. Like, I work with everybody, and I'm nice, and I'm real family oriented. But niggas gonna be niggas, and they gonna be greedy, and they gonna be shady. And I see the shit that people be, that, you know, that can't be saying about me, and I'll be like, damn, well, since you got so much to say, why you just won't tell them? Why you mad? You mad because I don't want to roll over and bow down like a little bitch, and you don't want to renegotiate my contract. Niggas be like, oh, yeah, they made Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion was Megan Thee Stallion before I even got over there. I've been rapping, been freestyling, been doing me, been made. So how the fuck can y'all say a nigga made me? Niggas don't even care about what's right. They care about money in the end, and it's a greedy game, man. So if y'all don't see no music from Megan Thee Stallion, it's because 1501 don't want to drop that music.
All right, y'all. That was Megan. We decided let's just leave the commercial break out and just come on back because Megan talked a lot right there. And this was the thing. The thing was this, y'all. I could have condensed that and just chopped it up, took out some of those little pauses, some of those little breaks, and just run it all together and been out of that thing within like 3 minutes. The thing though was the reason I wanted to do that whole thing is just to get a feel of who she is and the way she really felt about that situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to run it the way you would have been looking at it if you were watching our Instagram, and there it is. So we wish the best to Megan. I'm quite sure eventually we'll have her on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Big ups to Meg.
You know what I'm saying? Big Megan Meg. And,
Fools with her, man.
You know what I'm saying? So look, we're in the building. I want to take this and like throw this over at y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's early.
It's early, baby. It's early.
Wendy, 2 Scorpios in the house.
Watch out, y'all.
It can get dangerous.
We in the building, y'all. With my man, B Breezy, baby. Talk to him, B Breezy.
We go way back.
We go way back, B Breezy. I see you over there. Hey, man, you know what? I laid you out, bro, because I said, hey, look here, man. I said, I'm gonna throw that man a background back there.
You like that, Wendy? The Scorpio look good like that?
The Scorpio. Look,
I know that's right, Wendy.
Yeah, look good on you, brother. Look good on you, man.
Hey, man, move that water bottle I just threw at you.
Why you throwing water bottle?
Throw it back to me. Why you
throwing water bottle at me? Look, everybody want to get physical with me. They always wanted to get physical with me. Because I always kept the ladies looking like Foxy Brown.
Oh, my God. All right. It's just unreal. Now y'all see why I had to have this man on the show. Because he's the craziest dude I know. Let's talk, B. Let's talk a little bit about this thing, man. You have something you want to talk to him about it?
Well, I know you had talked a lot about the coronavirus, and that is a hot, sizzling topic.
Oh yeah.
So I would love to hear another perspective on that coronavirus. Talk to him about that coronavirus, man.
Well,
Where you want to start?
Say that a virus of that capacity, it takes an enormous amount of money to fund that. If y'all get where I'm coming from, just don't make a virus, and next thing you know, it's in goddamn it everywhere in America. And it started in this part. So the selector for that is Bill Gates. Yes, he is part of the funding for the coronavirus. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep. And I believe also that reason why the coronavirus from the main media has publicized it to that effect, and it's not that severe, is because 924,000 children have also came up missing, and they're hiding that. I mean, who wants to talk about the coronavirus when 924,000 children have come up missing? That would be more of a topic to talk about, you know? And that's real. Since the virus started, 924,000 children have come up missing.
No, wait a minute. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like a lot of these, like, just big major topics, because I noticed that to me they're distractions.
That's all it is.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
I noticed like when big decisions are made, like in the White House. You know, there's something going on in the media that has everybody's mind on something other than focusing on that decision that's being made that could change our lives.
Well, you know, I was talking
far-fetched, man.
I was talking earlier, and I was saying that the Romans created the sports as we know them, the gladiator sports and all that. Right. And one of the primary reasons that sports were created was to draw everybody's attention elsewhere while they were doing their corruption within the government.
Yes.
So you got to remember, think about that, man. Think about how long those people back in those days would be at those coliseums. I mean, they'd be at those coliseums.
They was burning all the libraries.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
they don't teach that in the schools.
They don't teach that in the schools.
Say that again. What do they do?
The Romans burnt down the school books in the libraries.
Oh,
their
okay.
period. Burnt them all down. Erase history.
That
They won't teach y'all that in
of,
school, kids. So
there was a lot of
listen to
errors
this.
that happened. In a lot of errors, they burnt your
burnt
books.
that,
They burnt the culture. They burnt the music. They burnt
So real quick, if I didn't mention it to you, down at the bottom of his screen, it scrolls who he is. No, we got him scrolling, but we do want to.
That was in my prime.
Yeah,
My
no,
track
we
days,
do.
when I was like a breeze.
We do the breeze, right?
I'm
But we
still
do.
a 4.4 in the 40 though. I can still run a 4.4 in the 40.
Okay, but you can. I'll tell you what, bro. I'll take you on. Now you know I've been having my little thing, but I'll tell you this: I guarantee I'd outrun you any day of the week, bro.
You know what? Y'all Leos.
Nah, any day of the week, bro. Any day of the week, bro.
Y'all Leos.
What you mean, y'all Leos?
It sounds like a duel.
A duel?
No. He beat me right now because I ain't
great shape, Greg.
Oh, well, but I'm not.
You know
So that's my thing.
I'm in great shape.
Yeah. Well, check this out. We want to say that Will is, and we're gonna jump over Breeze to your next topic.
Yeah.
But he is a high-ranking conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
And we just want to keep it.
And I love it.
You trying to put a bullseye on my back?
Yeah, well, we put the bullseye on the man's back.
Everybody want to take out the good Scorpio. Hey, it's hard to take us out, bro.
I know that's right, baby. Let's talk.
Hey, it's hard.
Let's go ahead and talk about what you wanted to talk about. What was it you wanted to talk about?
So you mentioned these very powerful families.
Oh yeah, the Orsini family, the Breakspear, the Aldobrandini family, and the Farnese family. Those type of you won't hear about them in the mainstay media. You'll hear about J.P. Morgan and Chase and the Rothschilds, but you won't hear about those families.
Okay.
What about those families? Yeah, what about the families? Yeah.
It's like, the four corners of the earth, right? You got east, west, north, and south.
Right.
Someone has to run the north. Someone has to run the south, the east, and west. Not no street rap gangster asinine bullshit.
Right.
It's the real deal. You know what I mean? Real shot callers in the world. And these are the families that you won't hear about, but you find a law get passed all of a sudden, or like a virus or something just hit. They're probably the ones that's
interesting.
It's very interesting.
That reminds me of Hitler's time. So there are, let's see, Ivory Coast. So there's certain parts of Africa where they speak French.
Right.
And I always wonder, like, how the heck do these
they've been colonizing Africa since you want to know why? Because the Fountain of Youth is in Africa. They won't tell you that, though. The Fountain of Youth is located in Africa.
But just
everybody,
like you said,
the Fountain of Youth is located in Africa.
Tell them again. Where the Fountain
of Youth is located in Africa.
All right, now.
I dare anybody to contest this.
Well, look, my question is, have you dipped into the old Fountain of Youth? Y'all, let me let y'all know.
Hey, I still look good for my age. I'm in my early 40s.
Beat Breeze, and just yesterday turned 73 years old. Hey, you look amazing, bro. You look amazing.
You too,
for 73, baby. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, y'all do.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Wendy makes the show good, though.
Yeah. Well, I needed somebody by me that would make me look like something. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But what I was saying about Hitler, he sent his people into that part. He sent a number of people into certain parts of Africa. They took over the schools, they took over the government, they wiped out their language. So that's why they know French. And that's the they had to learn their curriculum.
Well, the Germans.
So that's what
the Germans were powerful and they were big on technology, and it's a picture that circulates in the internet of Adolf Hitler meeting with an alien, like real picture. And I believe it's no believing, it's a fact. And also Hitler wasn't as bad as people say he was. That's just America propaganda rewriting and reversing. Hitler was out. Honestly, let me say this correct. Hitler was for the blacks. He was the first one. It's a speech in 1939. You probably won't see it. And he did a speech in 1939 talking about the blacks, as he called us the black Jews. In his speech, he said, once we realize our true worth, we would stop killing each other and stop listening to America's bullshit.
Well, I've heard that. Yeah. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Let me tell you why I'm not buying that. It's total BS, because when Jesse Owens went to Germany, okay, and for the Olympics, okay, Hitler would not shake that man's hand. Now listen.
He didn't shake none of them hands.
No. Yes, he did. He shook all the Germans' hands. Yes, he did. Now listen, he shook all the Germans. Here's what happened. In fact, he hated the Jews so much.
He did.
Hated the Jews.
That's who runs the world,
that the two Jewish guys that were going to run in the Olympics, they wouldn't allow them to run, so they put Owens and another black guy in to run the race. Okay, but listen, here was the deal. He wouldn't shake Jesse Owens. He said, "I'm not shaking the hands of a nigger." Okay. Now listen, and you gotta remember
who quoted those words. He said that.
No, he said that. And
are you sure?
Oh yeah,
it wasn't inserted by some white American propagandist.
Let me say this to you.
Because what I read, Hitler was for us.
I read that. I know.
For us.
Listen, I know what you're saying.
He just wasn't for the Jews.
No. Look,
and it was good reason why he wasn't for the Jews.
But no, I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying. But here was the thing. Here's what you're referring to.
Right.
Is the fact that Hitler apparently was killing off the white Jews for what they did, the killing off that they did to the black Jews back in history.
I'm not sure if that was the case. What reason why I really think, and from what I read and did some informative information, I mean, they the ones that run and own everything.
Well, I mean that ain't
and they're the ones that's crooked. Like I said, I gave you those family names. Listen to this: Orsini, Breakspear. That's Jewish.
Okay. I mean,
that's Jewish.
There's corruption everywhere. But I hear you.
That's Jewish.
No, I'm hearing you. Listen, but you cannot sit here and tell me that Hitler was really for the black people.
Hitler,
I can't buy it.
What I mean by he was for us as far as our equal rights, and for us as standing up and giving a chance in this world. That's what he was for. And he was.
I'm not buying it.
See, you laugh.
Here's why I'm not buying it. Let me tell you why I'm not buying it.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I'm not buying it.
So you get up every morning still and drink coffee and read the paper.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. Any of my freedoms did not come from Hitler. I can guarantee you that.
None of my freedoms didn't come.
It didn't come from Hitler indirectly or directly. None of my freedoms came from Hitler or his crew. Okay. Do you believe that yours did?
No, of course not.
Okay, all right. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm glad we found a place where we can agree.
Right.
Okay. So let's talk about maybe some people on
Hitler for the blacks.
living on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Now Hitler's on the moon, from what I heard.
Okay, see, Griff, he was brought up since he came out the womb. He believed everything that America says and do. Is
that how he was?
You gonna get the
tight
walking
pants on.
Are you just gonna get the walking on?
Right.
Okay, all right.
You see how your co-host and I vibe? She feels free when
did you say vibe or wait a minute? Did you did you say vibe or vibe?
I said vibe. Grip crazy. I love this man.
Hey, boy, talk to him, man.
Talk to him about these people on the moon.
Alrighty, it was, and this has been spoken about before. I don't know, but it was an ex Air Force pilot and CIA analyst. I think he was an analyst, and he. See, this was what happened when the moon exploded. When particles exploded in the sky, it left a projectile screening in the sky. I don't know if that makes sense. Is what I read, and that was able to light the sky up. This was a long, long time ago, and that's how they were able to see that there were structures and a civilization living on the moon. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And it's roughly around 250 million people now. They're humanoid beings, and allegedly the Greys live with them, working in enormous laboratories underneath.
Okay.
In the moon. In the moon. That's why we really haven't been back there. And I know they say that it's no way we can go to the moon just because the asteroid belt. I mean, it's 2020. Technology now they had since 1960.
Right.
Now that's facts.
Right.
I mean, why would you reveal a lot right away, especially to a country? What's the biggest way to get a country to get on board with what your plan is to have them thinking this way.
Yeah.
When it's really that way.
Yeah.
Just like if you notice, whenever every celebrity dies, we're like Prince, Michael Jackson, what do they all say? We've been lied to. Everything's a lie. You know, then they die.
Yeah.
That's real. Like what you was talking about with the music industry.
Yeah, yeah.
You was talking about Megan Thee Stallion, right?
Yeah.
Megan know what she got to do. And we're going to leave it at that.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, she might know.
Never been that
she
way.
might know what she got to do, but what does she got to do? Tell us, because we don't know. What does she got to do?
That way. Girl,
what does she have to do? Well, you tell me.
You know what she got to do.
Tell Wendy. Wendy don't know.
Wendy, you know what she got to do.
What she got to do?
What she got to do? It's time for someone to come up missing.
Okay.
To her.
Okay. All right. I don't know about that. All right.
There you go. You don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Let me say this, girl.
Oh, you want to say?
Okay. You don't know about that? Okay. Every celebrity, every damn musician. How come you always read about someone close to them dying weird? Am I correct, Wendy?
Yes.
Someone always
I
close
hear
to
about
dying
that a
weird.
lot, though.
Right. Like you right next to this person, but
I ain't
she
saying
or
that's
he
what's
didn't die.
behind it.
Right.
But I hear about it all the time.
There you go.
I do.
She's gonna side with the Scorpio.
Well, of course she's gonna side with the Scorpio.
Don't look at that.
It's all good.
Don't look that way.
No. How did I look? I don't know how
you look disappointed and upset.
When I first heard of this type of thing, I mean, people pointed it out to me. You know what I mean? Look, his mother died. Her family. This person died. And I'm like, Dad.
Well, a lot of people died on the set. A lot of people died on the set of The Exorcist. A lot of people died on the set of Poltergeist.
How you know?
What do you mean how do I know? I study all this stuff.
How you know?
What do you mean how do I know?
So you just gonna believe that? If it come out of an American book, I wouldn't believe it.
What American book? I didn't read it out of a book.
If it's on American soil, I wouldn't believe it.
Wait a minute, you don't believe
it? I wouldn't believe it.
Okay, all right.
You better start reading what I read, man.
Okay, well, I'm afraid to read what you read. Hey, look, here's the deal.
You shouldn't be. You'll become more knowledgeable.
Okay. Now, now, listen, y'all. Listen. Here's the deal. We love having Will. This is Will's first time.
Thank you.
Will is. Here's the deal.
Will off the chain.
He's actually.
And I'm here for it.
B Breeze is actually going to check this out, y'all. He is going to be coming under the Pod Life Network, which is our network. We'll be talking about this next month more for everybody because we got some of the coolest stuff coming.
I'm going independent like these rappers.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right.
I signed the independent.
Yeah. So look, y'all, check it out. He is going to be joining the Pod Life Network as he's going to have his own podcast talking about different conspiracies and the way his outlook on life. And the crazy thing about this man is that he believes everything that he says.
I believe.
What do you believe?
I believe what I read, and I believe what whistleblowers. Sometimes you can't believe every whistleblower, but come on, somebody that worked in the CIA higher up, and they come out with information. How you just don't think it just don't come to your head like that. It has to be some truth.
Okay.
For that to be put in motion like that.
All right, so look, here's what we're going to do because this man has so much that he wants to talk about. I mean, he's got papers and stuff he wants to talk about. So here's what we're going to do.
I haven't taken my warm-up jacket
Wait a minute,
off
he didn't
taken my warm-up jacket
He didn't even take his jacket off yet.
I haven't even taken my warm-up jacket off.
Well, we know that. We see that. Hey, wait a minute. Thank God. Hey, so check this out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back next week. We're going to have, should we bring him back?
Man.
Because the man got too much stuff to talk about.
Come back,
man,
Wendy?
come on back through, man.
Can a Scorpio counterpart come back?
Man, of course.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on back.
It's a lot of flirting going on over on that end.
You know what? Don't say that, man.
Hey, check it out.
Check it out. Get me in trouble.
Okay. Well, look here. Hey, look. Here's the deal.
She feels free when she's around me.
Oh my
Lord! Did you just rap? She feels free. Everybody
got bars.
Say it again. She's what? She what? Say it again.
He got bars too.
Now say it again.
I'm gonna say this though.
Oh Lord,
the coronavirus though. But that's the reason why the coronavirus is so hyped up. 924,000 children have came up missing.
Okay.
That's why.
So look, next week, Will, what I want to do is next week, I want to talk about that a little bit more in depth because I know you also wanted to talk about the missing 911, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's go into that stuff next week because I don't even know what that is, and I'm curious to hear.
We're gonna talk about why.
Okay, well, I'm cool with that. I hope you give us the why. In the meantime, let's talk about why they need to do this. Rip that wall back, and what do they need to do right now with Will?
Right now, you guys need to text, call to what?
818-392-8845. 648. And make sure that they gotta like, subscribe, they gotta do all that crazy
video,
stuff.
subscribe to our channel, turn on your notifications, be here every week, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Join us.
Right.
Okay?
Yep. Once
Get
again, you better text call to 818-392-8848. Listen, that's the deal if you want to join the text messaging group. And man, the things, let me tell y'all, the stuff that we got getting ready to come next month with the official launch of the weekly call. The official launch of the weekly call is getting ready to be ugly in here. I'm talking about it's getting ready to get crazy, y'all. So listen, once again, listen, what do you have? It's got Breeze? I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Okay, man, I appreciate you being here, bro.
Energy,
we appreciate you being here, man.
Thank you, Miss Wendy, for having me on your show as well.
So glad you made it out tonight.
Yeah,
hey, no problem.
We appreciate you, bro.
It's always good coming back to the old neighborhood.
Highly appreciate you, man. Right. Once again, you fooling with your boy Griffy Griff. You're messing with your girl Wendy Wizin. And Wendy, what were they just watching, baby girl?
You know what it is, the weekly call.
You know it, baby. We'll see you in a minute. Peace. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Let's take these papers. We gotta throw some papers up. Hold on, hold on, I gotta rip something up here. Hold on. No, hold on. That ain't enough paper. You got one paper? Take some paper here. Now we throw paper. This is our tradition. Paper up, and we out, y'all. Yeah.
I used to come here with my dad to buy the latest pieces of clothing. I fell in love with a few shops that really helped my passion for clothing. It's funny, I didn't plan to be an Adidas collector. The first pair I ever bought was a pair of LA trainers. That was the start of the collection. I have about 6 pairs of handbags. I totally love them. I love the shape, the style of the shoe and the range of colours they come in. I love the fact there's so much variety within them, from the colour of the sole to the material. The style of my collection is a pair I bought my dad before he passed away. I planned the whole day together. I took him to Adidas on Oxford Street in London and reserved him a pair of Adidas Taurans for his 60th birthday. He was so surprised. Dad never did the whole trainer thing. He was from a different era. He loved them. I think he was chuffed that I had chosen them for him. For me, Scott's have been a great way to enhance my collection. Their customer service is excellent. They bring out the latest pair and delivery is quick.
I got into music from YouTube tutorials. I didn't think that was a job, it was just something I enjoyed. I realised that the process takes time to become me and translate my personality into my music. Being there to facilitate some of these musicians recrafting their sound is really, really important to me.
When I got here, the vibe was so nice. There's so much more to the inner workings of music.
There aren't that many female producers right now in the industry. Getting access to a studio is difficult, so I hope that the workshop can stimulate their interest.
When I'm working with the people we worked with today, it teaches me how to recraft some of my sound and my process.
My outlook has changed so much. It was opening my eyes in such a positive way. It's important to keep on working on your craft.
I hope that they've gained like a sense of independence. Carving out your sound is really important, and knowing who you are. You've got your own voice. I hope they leave thinking that.
To another level, y'all nigga trendsetters. Boss man, I develop. Big house with a safe in it. Had to put away the cheddar. Probably couldn't go to Yale, but y'all niggas still real clever.
I'm not afraid to fail. Maybe I'm scared to fly. Funny, I feel heights can push you to getting high. Money can buy your love.